And to think, I risked coronavirus for this. What's wrong with me? So Bloodshot is about a military man played by Vin Diesel who was killed, but wakes up to find himself restored along with some new abilities by this suspicious tech company. I was very critical of these trailers as they were coming out at the end of last year. I thought they gave away a lot of information that I didn't really want to know going into the movie, and having seen the movie, they definitely do. They give away so much information that you just don't need to know before the movie. But yeah, this movie's not good, and there's not really even a whole lot of surprises in this movie. It's just not good at all. For one, Vin Diesel, he's kind of lost his star power for me. I mean, I can't really think of a movie that he's genuinely great in, that he gives a good acting performance. I mean, I guess you could say Groot in the Guardians of the Galaxy and the Avengers movies, but he's not really doing a whole lot. He's saying I am Groot about 7,000 different ways. So that's not really acting all that much. He's just not really a guy that draws me in towards movies. He's just not that great of an actor in my opinion. And you can tell that by the projects he picks, especially this one. He really just phones it in. He just gives a standard action movie performance that you've seen 1,000 times before. It's really basic. It's really bland. He really doesn't do anything with his character to make him stand apart. It's just the typical action protagonist that you don't really even care about all that much. I mean, pretty much the entire movie he's doing one of two things. He's either, I'm gonna hunt down the man who killed my wife. He's either doing that, or he's just full on, you know nothing about men like me. Or just like, he's yelling or he's growling. I think genuinely at one point, I heard some sort of growl as he was like lunging towards a bad guy. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, I'm 90% sure that I heard a lion or a tiger growl as he like jumped at a bad guy. I really hope I'm wrong, but I also really hope that I'm right. But yeah, this movie is not good at all. There's barely any redeemable qualities about it. The editing especially is awful. There's so many shots in here that are just so unnecessary. I genuinely think this could have been chopped down to an 80-minute movie, and it's 110 minutes. If that tells you anything. Also, the action is so choppy. Like, there's a couple sequences that have like 5 cuts within like a second and a half, and that just doesn't work, man. I mean, if I had to sum up this movie in one sentence, it's probably the most 2004 action movie that you've ever seen. Like, there's everything about this movie, the soundtrack, the cinematography, the performances, the action, and the way it's filmed. It's so like early 2000s action movie, and nobody can convince me otherwise of it, because it it just feels like it was made in 2004. Like, what is it doing in 2020? I genuinely don't know. I don't know of a reason why we needed this generic comic book adaptation that not a whole lot of people really know about. I don't understand why we needed that in 2020. If you're going to do a comic book adaptation, and one that not a whole lot of people know about, you need to do it in a unique way. You need to find some way to make it stand out. This is one of my biggest complaints with Hellboy, is that it does nothing to set apart itself from, one, the other Hellboy movies, but two, from other comic book graphic novel adaptations. It just kind of blends right in with everything else. One thing that I just love about the Marvel Cinematic Universe is that they're always taking chances, whether it's with storytelling, with technical features. They're always trying something new, and that's what I appreciate so much, whether it's the way that they use CGI, or camera work, or a character arc. It's all inspired. They try new things, but it also works within that whole. With this, there's just nothing new, nothing exciting, nothing keeping me interested in this movie. It feels like every other action movie that I've seen 1,000 times before. And there are so many things that just make no sense within this movie, especially towards the end of the movie. There's some things that are introduced. I'm not going to spoil or anything, but there are some things that just make absolutely no sense, and they never bring it up again or answer it, so it leaves these plot holes, and there's just nothing there that is keeping you engaged or interested. It's all stuff that you've seen before in other action movies or other sci-fi or comic book movies. There's just nothing special here, and that's what I think is the most disappointing part of this movie. However, there is a little bit of an element of fun here. I watched it with a couple friends of mine, and it was a practically empty theater. We just had so much fun. We would lean over and tell jokes to each other. We laughed so much during this movie. So there is a guilty pleasure element to it, and especially if you're just going with a couple friends, I think it's a really fun time. It's ridiculous and stupid and such a bad movie, but I think it's enjoyable to a fault, which it makes it not a painful experience, not one that I would like never watch again, even though I don't really want to watch this movie again. But like I said, if you're going to watch it with some friends, there is some entertainment value there, which is why I'm going to give Bloodshot a Jim Halpert face. There were two other movies that I could have gone and seen today. There were two others. One of them was a controversial movie that I've been very excited to see. I went with this. And granted, I had some fun. We watched it with some friends. It was fun. But, I mean, at the end of the day, it's really not that good of a movie, and it's not worth seeing. That's going to wrap up my review of Bloodshot. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, leave a like, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. You'll be the first ones to be notified when I upload a new video. I've got some reviews on the way. I'm going to be reviewing The Hunt. I'll be reviewing I Still Believe. And then we run into some trouble because of coronavirus taking over pretty much everything. A lot of movies have been on hold, especially big ones like A Quiet Place, like Bond, like Mulan. All those got pushed back. So we're going to try and figure something out to do here on this channel. So let me know down in the comments what I should do over the next couple of months. If you want to see something new, if you want to see some skits, or I may just work on my short film a lot more, just let me know some stuff that you're interested in seeing here on this channel. I'm really open to anything. Maybe we'll do some live streams. Maybe we can do some watch-alongs. That would be really fun. So just let me know what you're interested in. Comment down below. I'd love to hear your suggestions of what you want to see on this channel in the coming months as we hit kind of an absence in the film market. Thank you guys again so much for watching. Hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.